What is up, interns? How we doing today? Today is Sunday. I was supposed to get this pod out yesterday, but I had myself a little man's day 2.0. Yesterday, I finished up my coffee table. Yeah, that was about it. I had some mojitos with a buddy, and we sat by the pool. So that was my Saturday, and I just wanted to apologize for being a day late on this pod. I know last pod I said that I was gonna that I figured it out and how to get them out on time, and I did. But things just got in the way. Things got in the way. But we're here again. It's a beautiful Sunday on Father's Day here, so I have a little bit of time before I head over to my buddies, and we got our Father's Day grilling on. So, I just wanted to start this pod off saying hi to everyone. How's everyone doing? I'm super excited to be here. I love doing these. I mean, I'm only in my fourth one, but what is better than doing these? I'm completely honest with you. I mean, I'm having a blast. And I'm gonna be honest. Like, I see myself doing these for a very long time. It's in some ways therapeutic. I mean, we got a great episode today, so yeah. I mean, I love doing these pods here, just talking, riffing, ranting. I don't plan them out. A lot of people think that I plan them out. I don't even have my coffee today. I have some stale coffee that sitting here for about a week that I can probably drink, but I don't even have a drink to drink today. No coffee, no slurping in your ears, guys. No slurping. Ooh, no slurping in your ears. Here, let me see if I can turn off my cellular action here so no one interrupts. But no slurping in your ears. I know you guys are excited for that one. But next pod, I will have the coffee. It's just it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't want to get too excited. I got to be up tomorrow morning pretty early, but I got a good pod planned out for you today. I'm really excited for a few things I'm going to talk about. But before we get to any of that, let me just read my ads because I haven't been diligent enough doing them. So sorry that I got to do this to you guys, but gotta make the money. All right, here we go. Ad number 1. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. I use Anchor, and it gets my pods on Spotify. I mean, what's better than that? I don't even have to. I have a Spotify account. I can direct people to my Spotify. I mean, that's pretty cool, right? So the good things about this are it's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or computer. I take advantage of a lot of these. Also, Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so you can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, many more platforms, which is pretty cool because, you can direct people if they don't want to go onto your YouTube. If you don't want to watch you on YouTube, they can go to Spotify. They can go to Apple Podcasts. I mean, it's that easy. Everyone has an iPhone. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. That's what I do. I mean, I make $15 per ad. So, I mean, who can beat that? It's everything you need to make a podcast in one simple place. Now, here's the call to action, guys. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. I did it. You all should do it. It's that easy. Yeah, so what have I been getting into this week? I got poison ivy this week. It's pretty bad. See that? See those bumps? It's itchy, man. I mean, but I went over to my buddies and they were like, "Oh my god!" Like they thought it was the worst thing in the world. It's poison ivy. Everyone gets it. I mean, if you live in Pennsylvania or if you live, in Louisiana, everyone gets poison ivy once a summer. I mean, I don't. Do you trust those people that tell you that they don't get it? I mean, I think that's just a lie. I just think that they don't go like into the wilderness enough and get wild. I think, I don't know if I can trust someone who doesn't get poison ivy. I mean, yeah, it is kind of itchy. I have it on my foot, where underneath my sock, which is a little weird, but poison ivy gets everywhere. When you get it and then you start itching it, and it's hot out, I mean, you're gonna get it anywhere. So, got a little bit of poison ivy. I mean, I'm not too pissed about it. It's not really affecting my day to day. Yeah. So, I mean, I got poison ivy this week. I've been dealing with that. I am 13 books into my study of money, and I am at the Holy Bible, they call it, of investing. The book is called The Intelligent Investor. I'm going to be honest, it's very dry. I can only do about an hour reading it a day, because at that point I just start to drone out. So, I mean, I've figured it out where I have to be reading it in the mornings to be able to retain it easier. So, I'm doing this for you guys. This is getting on the back nine now. So, I mean, I'm only 15 books in out of 50, so it's not really the back nine. I guess 25 would be the back nine, but it's getting tough. It feels like the back nine. So, as soon as I've heard good reviews about the rest of the books that I have to read, and apparently they're easier, but this is the Holy Bible, so I mean, you gotta read the Holy Bible. You gotta at least do the Holy Bible at least once. I'm 24, so might as well do it now before I'm too old to read it and lose my eyesight. Yeah. So, what do I get into this week? Just doing that reading. Doing the reading. I'll probably be finished that one up this week. This one's going to take me... This is a 2-week book, so it's going to take me 2 weeks. I think I'm going to be done this list before I have my realtor's license and before the summer's over. I think the summer will be winding down. And I got some announcements to tell you guys today, which I'm pretty hyped about. I'll be having a co-host. Here on the pod, and I don't know if I'm going to introduce him today or tell you about him today. He's not here, but I can talk about him. And then I did a poll. I did 2 polls on Instagram. A lot of you guys reached out, and we got some discussion on those polls. I'm glad you guys found them interesting, found them fun. We're gonna talk about that, and then what else? We have a good episode going. So the books are coming, and I'm trying to keep you guys updated. I don't know if it's not like good of a flavor of conversation, but it's got to be done. Someone's got to do it. I'm going to get fucking rich. You guys are going to get rich with me. After you become my interns, you'll graduate from the intern academy. And we'll just, get after it. So, me and my buddy, we planned out I've been dying to go tuna fishing ever since I went last summer. So we're going to go down the Outer Banks. That's the reason I have my tuna skin hat on here. It's actually a buff that I put around my face, because Corona and all that. But I bought a pack of 10 of these online. I think they're pretty swag. I mean, it looks like a goddamn tuna fish skin. So got my tuna fish skin on today. And yeah, we planned out a trip. We're going to do it in the beginning of October. We're going to go down to the Outer Banks, and we're going to go deep sea fishing. They got big ass tunas there. They got like 200-pound tunas there. So we're going to go pick some up, I'm I'm looking for some good tuna meat. I want to make some good stuff over the winter. I want to provide. I want to have that meat. I want to be living on the land. So I got to get a better freezer. My freezer's a little small. Maybe I got to clear out some space, but I'm pretty excited about that. We planned it out. We're gonna all go down and basically get our fucking man's. We're gonna have a man's weekend. We're gonna get about 6 or 7 guys, and we're gonna get a charter. So that'll be good. Eventually, I'd like to have my own boat and be able to take my boys out whenever I wanted to go tuna fishing. And I will do that. So stay tuned for that. That'll be in the far future. But for now, we can just do a charter and get our man activities in that way. So yeah, we got that. Let's get to the Let's get to the poll. I gotta pull it up here, so I gotta find it. All right. Here's the topic. I have 2 of them, but what would you be more mad at? This is the topic here. Okay. What would you be more mad at? Your boyfriend/girlfriend paying for a lap dance at the club, or paying for Hinge Premium post dating? Now they're the same price. I went to a strip club once, and my buddy had bought my other buddy a lap dance for his birthday, and he paid the lady, the nice lady, $20, and it lasted about 10-15 minutes, or just like a song. Not necessarily sure. He might have gotten 2, so that's why it was 10-15 minutes. But yeah, he went and got a lap dance for $20. So then I downloaded Hinge, and it's asking you to buy Hinge Premium, which is unlimited swipes. That's the only thing that you get, and that's for a month, and it's $20. So I blasted that out on my Instagram story, and a lot of you voted in. There was a lot of vote-ins, so let's try and. Oh man, I didn't take a picture of the people who voted in, but it was pretty interesting. I had some people that I didn't even know were following me, and I wanted to. This brought up a subtopic that I thought of during the week when I was looking at these answers here. So the answers are, would you rather get a lap dance from a stripper, or would you rather have your ex pay for premium Hinge and you find out after your dating? So 41% came in at exotic dancers. So I thought that was a little low. I mean, and then at a 59% was the Hinge pumps. So I think, now how do you guys feel about that? But while I was doing this study, something even came up even funnier. I think while I was looking at the people who voted, I came across some young, a nice female. Let me see if I can find her. I don't know if I can. No, I thought I took a screenshot of her, but no, I didn't. So one of the young women who voted, she was a plus size stripper out in Dallas. So I thought that was, I saw, and then I perused her profile. She was following me. And she's happily married, and this is how she makes her living. She is a exotic dancer of the internet, of the interwebs. And I thought that's like completely on brand for rich from the internet. That is like exactly what an intern should be. I thought that was pretty cool. She's just, a woman making her money, getting rich from the internet, her own way, out there in Dallas, Texas. So then I thought, like, what if it was like some sort of like situation where, what if it was like some sort of situation like, how Nick Cannon has his Wildin' Out girls? What if I had some Wildin' Out internet girls? That would be cool. So yeah, anyone who knows any of those people, tag me in their posts, and I will check out their Instagram, and I will request them to be an intern, and maybe we can get like an internship of a division of the interns that are plus size exotic dancers. That'd be kind of cool. I mean, the possibilities. This is why I'm so excited about doing this thing. The possibilities of this whole podcast game are limitless. So, basically I have all these ideas come to me, throughout the week, and I just can't wait to get them to you guys. So you'll have to bear with me in that respect, like, and I'm always open to suggestions. I'll always read your guys' suggestions. Just don't let them be negative. Don't let them, if you're saying something to hurt my feelings, or you're giving me a backhanded compliment, go fuck yourself, to be honest. Yeah, go fuck yourself. I don't give a shit about your negativity. And I can honestly smell it out from a mile away. If someone approaches me I've never talked to in a while or in a long time, and they just start talking to me about what I'm doing now, I don't think you're coming from a sincere position. So get the fuck out of my face. Let me go on like a harsher rant right now. So this is why I'm doing the podcast. The reason I'm doing the podcast is so I can get my fucking money. It is almost like another chapter in my journey, and I'm trying to document it for you guys, so you guys can go out and get your own fucking money, get your own fucking life, get your own fucking ideals, and basically I'm just trying to further benefit anyone else. That's the only reason, and I don't think anyone ever realizes that that's what people's true MOs should be. I don't like, if someone's giving you a hard time, just straight up ghost them. If anyone's giving you a hard time, just straight up don't listen to them. Don't let them get in your fucking mind. A lot of people have been talking about like coronavirus is a mind virus. I think just normal life is a mind virus. I think people constantly have their own MOs in mind, their own perspectives on things, and they try and push them on other people, and it's fucking bullshit. So, get yourself some psychology books, get yourself some self-help books, and get yourself some money books, and learn that you can take whatever you want whenever you want it. You just have to figure out how to do it in the right way, in the way that life wants you to do it. You have to figure out your own path. So that's my harsh rant of the day. Basically, take what you want, and don't be apologetic for your fuck ups. Learn from them. Hunger. I heard a good quote today, or I think it was over this week. I didn't hear it today, but I forget. It was a good story. So basically, a child was handed a piece of food by an adult, and the adult goes, do you want this food? And the child pushes it away and says, no, hunger is a gift. And I fucking felt that. I was like, hell fucking yeah, it's a fucking gift. Hunger is a gift. Because, when you're hungry, you can't when you're not hungry, you can't succeed. So basically, I don't know how to explain it or put it in articulate it perfectly, but if someone ever asks me, am I hungry? I'm gonna say, hell yeah, I'm fucking starving. May very well be, and it's just like all sense of the term. It's like you're just starving. You're starving for success, starving for actual food. I mean, hunger is the most basic instinct there is. So whenever someone asks you, are you hungry? Say yes. Hunger is a gift, and I'd like to preserve it because throughout the hunger you get success. Throughout the hunger you see who you really are, and then after you see who you really are, go get your food. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm getting hungry and I'm getting my food at the same time. I don't know if those metaphors completely align, but yeah. So I can't even fucking wait till they open up the gyms. I'm going to be hungry as shit in the gym. I'm going to be like a fucking hyena just running around. I'm going to be doing triple threats. I'm going to be doing 22 workouts. I'm going to be doing 4 quarters. I'm going to be in the gym for 3 hours a day. I'm going to be so exhausted after my workouts. It's going to be insane. I haven't worked out in so long because of this goddamn quarantine. So they said June 26th is when it's coming out. Is when we're coming out of the green state. I think the gyms are going to be open up shortly after that. So, yeah, we're going to get after it at the gym. I'm going to be doing my fucking hot yoga in the mornings. I'm going to be with the MILFs at 6 a.m. before work doing my yoga. I'm going to be, getting after it. It's going to be hot guy season 2.0. So let me get back to the survey here. So what do you guys think of the exotic ladies or the Hinge premium route? I think let's talk about both of them. I think if you were to go out, it would depend on how cool your significant other really is. It would depend if they cared that you went to the strip club. So, I mean, if they didn't, what would be the coolest thing? And they would probably vote the other way if they didn't give a shit. It would be cool if they bought you a lap dance. I think it would be, pretty sweet if your significant other took you to the strip club. I've only been in the strip club once. I have a story for you too. I only have a strip club once, and it was eye opening. It was different in there. It was almost like a new world. Like, I feel like you just when you step into a strip club, I think, now, I mean, granted, there are worser places in the world than a suburbs strip club, but, like Amsterdam or the red light district, that might be the same thing. That's more of but regardless, when you walk into a strip club, I feel as though a part of your soul is left at the front door. And then you go in there, you do your business, you do whatever you need to do. And then when you come back out and you step outside, to have a cigarette or to head to your car, your soul returns to your body. And I might be a little bit morbid on that, but I do think, get your money. I mean, if you're a stripper, get your money. Fuck it. Gotta do what you gotta do. But I mean, I do feel as though the girls there are, in a bad way. Some of them. So some of them, like to do it. Some of them are completely happy. I've never really heard of a happy stripper that wants to be taking their clothes off, but the strip club life is definitely interesting, and it might only be the club that I went to. The club that I went to was set up so weird. It was a bar, and then inside the bar there was girls so the bar was in an O shape, and the bartenders had to climb over the bar and the strippers to get in and out. So then there was 2 poles on the inside of the bar, and then around the edge of the bar, there was the bartenders. They were completely clothed. First off, if you're in the same cage as a stripper, why aren't you, if you're a bartender, why aren't the strippers just the bartenders? I mean, the bartenders make clearly less money than the strippers, but if you're a bartender at a strip club, why aren't you just naked as well? I mean, you could be a guy and be fucking naked. No one's going to give a shit about a clothed bartender. You're not going to sell as many drinks. You know what I mean? So I don't understand that. Maybe it's because the bartenders are the ones with the drinks. People are looking for the drinks, and then they see a naked person handing them a drink. They give them a bigger tip. The strippers get a little pissed off, and then the strippers fight the bartenders. That could be a thing. But I don't think it is per se. So if you're going to have two strip poles and a stage in the center of a bar and a bunch of horny dudes, walking around out back of the ring, might as well have a naked bartender. So that's besides the point. So basically, let me explain to you what they do at this strip club that I went to. I don't want to say the name and I don't want to say the area. But basically what they do is you go into the strip club and you pay like $20. And I went with a bunch of my buddies, and I don't think I'll be back in a while. I think it kind of turned me off from the whole idea of it. So you walk in and you pay $20, which kind of sucks. You never get that back, but it's price of walking into the devil's den, price of walking into the place of sin. So you walk in and basically sit down, you order a drink, you get like a light beer. They don't have any lights on in there. They just have like the disco ball going, so it's dimly lit. You can't see the stretch marks on the strippers, and you basically watch the strippers spin on the pole, and then while those strippers are spinning the pole, the ones that had been spinning on the pole are walking around to each person asking for dollars, and you just have to hand them dollars. So if you just walk in and immediately afterwards the stripper walks up to you standing behind the bar, and she'll like shake her tits a little bit, and then you have to give her $1. So it's just a dingy place. But the story behind it is, when we walked in, my friend, I won't say his name because I don't even know if he wants me to tell this story, but we're sitting there for about 20 minutes, and they do like rotations. Each stripper will do like a song, and then they'll get up and get their tips. So if there's 40 guys watching her do her song, she just made $40 there, plus whatever special lap, like private dances she's doing. But I'm not here to talk about the economics of a strip club. I'm here to talk about the story that happened. So my buddy, I'm sitting right next to him at the bar, and my other buddies are standing behind us because they didn't want to sit down at the bar. They didn't know how long we were going to be there. We were only there for like 40 minutes, and then just to get the fuck out of here. One comes around, and she was clearly the hottest one of all the bunch. There's about 10 strippers, and he gives her the $1. She goes, "You got any more?" And he gives her another $1. She goes, "How about $2?" He gives her $2, one in each hand, give them to him. And she goes, "Come on, you can do better than that." He gets another $2, and she grasps her breasticles, and he lays them on her breasts. I was like, wow. Like, he kind of just copped the feel there for a couple bucks. And I was like, well, that's kind of like, here's your $1. She came up to me, "Here's your $1. And I just gave it to her, and then she walked away. Now, the rotation again comes back. She comes back around 20 minutes. So she's back again for some more singles. My buddy who's sitting to my left takes $2 in his hand. He puts the dollars behind his head and just slaps the shit out of her chest. Doesn't even hit the boobs. She hits the upper boobs, the collarbone boobs, and the echo just radiated over the music and throughout the whole room. I mean, he put all of his fucking force into giving these $2, and honestly, everyone in the room's mouth just dropped, except for the stripper. She was completely fine with it. I mean, I guess she had a little bit of a past or something. And then the music and everything felt like we could hear it again, and nothing was the problem. But I still have nightmares of the sound of this female's chest cavity just echoing throughout this dimly lit, devil's, sock drawer here. The Satan's sock drawer is just like a dirty place, and you don't want to hear one of those sounds when you're already committing adulterous acts. So it was definitely an interesting and funny story. I mean, we were a little bit buzzed, and we were laughing about it the next day. So it was definitely interesting, and he's a funny cat. I mean, he's supposed to be making this podcast's intro video, but I don't know where the fuck he's been. I gave him some teaser music to start playing around with. It's COVID-19 quarantine. You're not doing anything. Get your shit together. I'm just kidding. I love you, buddy. How you been? Hit me up. Text me sometime. I haven't heard from you in about a week. Yeah, so shout out to him for having the fucking balls. I mean, the bouncer could have just whooped our asses for that. I mean, they probably could have called the cops for that. But I mean, I don't know who would have gotten in trouble in that situation, but it could have ended poorly. But it ended with a good fucking story. It was a funny time. All right, so I have 59. No. I have 59 Hinge, 59 Exotic Ladies. Here's my thing about Hinge. If you have unlimited swipes and you live in a big city, that's like having an unlimited amount of sex at your fingertips. If you're not a fucking simp, and if you're not an ugly, creepy dude, and you buy Hinge Premium, you can clearly clean up in the female category. And it's kind of a scary thing that just $20 simple dollars, no one knows except for Hinge LLC or whatever the fuck the company's called, knows your dirty behavior. But it's a cheat code nonetheless. If you want to pay $20, which is everyone has got $20, except for simps out there that think it's paying for pussy or something, you can pay for it, and you can match with hundreds of women. If like, we live in Philadelphia, and I think the population is like 1 million in the Philly city limits. In Philadelphia zip codes, I think it's 1.5 million people living in there. Now, I think it's 50% are millennials. Now, I think another 50% of that are females, and then probably another 50% of that are single females, and then probably another 50% of that are on Hinge, swiping, looking to get railed. So you can do that and pay for it and have a cheat code. And I mean, I just cut all my fractions in half. I mean, I didn't even, if you guys can comment in the section below what the real number would look like. I mean, I just laid it out, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. You just go down, and it's a cheat code. I mean, you can match with, and then odds are if you match with 100 girls, odds are you can find one in there that'll take you, that you go out, you don't act fucking creepy, and then, if she's vibing, you're vibing, then you can basically see where the night takes you on that. So, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, I never even really thought about the question until now. So, pull it back up. We got 41% exotic ladies, 59% hinge pumps. I mean, it makes sense that you would be pissed off about your hinge premium, about your ex buying hinge premium. It's a cheat code. It is a cheat code. I mean, now here's the argument. It could be a cheat code for you to have a cool ass girlfriend buying you lap dances at the strip club while she's there. That's a cheat code as well. So would you want a positive cheat code or would you want a negative cheat code? It's really up to whoever is put in that situation. Okay, so after that, we have another topic. This is on my conspiracy side. I've been promising you guys conspiracy talks. I'm gonna get there. I just need to finish my study of money so I can have a firmer grasp on the current administrations, and I can have a firmer grasp on previous administrations. Conspiracies grow every day, so here's a little brain teaser. Here's a little brain teaser for you guys. I put it out, and a lot of people voted. A lot of people that I didn't know were into conspiracies. So, what the question was, do we think that the chips in our credit cards are big government surveillance? Do we think that? I personally think they could be. They very well could be. They just got ingratiated into all of our debit cards and credit cards without anyone even realizing. I mean, it was so incognito, and it happened a few years ago, and those chips are worth millions. The companies that produce them are worth billions of dollars. So why would it make sense to put, a little low jack in there, or, basically figure out who's going to the supermarket the most, who's going to, who's going to the gas station the most, and what kind of demographic people, because, that's all linked to your bank account. That's all hackable stuff. That's just data that we are forfeiting without even the option to forfeit it. I had this debate with my buddy the other day, how Apple just steals the shit out of your data and you don't get any money for it. You actually get your prices raised up even higher on your iPhones every year. And we're just supposed to take that. So my thing was, do we think that there's chips in the credit cards, which there's no even button to click, do you want to share this data? You just have to do it. It's easy to connect a chip to the internet and vice versa. Apparently we were told it was for our security, and it was making credit card reading devices, like personal ones, even harder. And if you notice now, you don't slide your credit card when you go to the gas station or whenever you go to the convenience store. You don't slide your credit card anymore. You insert it. And does that take up more time? Are they getting our data quicker because it takes up a little bit more time than just simple swipage? I don't know. And it's scary. So, a lot of people think that this is a possibility. A lot of people that follow me think it's a possibility. A lot of people, 62%, think that they could be under surveillance. And that just goes to show there isn't much trust in the government right now. We don't trust them enough as we should. So then the other 38% think it's tinfoil hat bullshit. They think I'm wearing a fucking tinfoil hat out in my RV in the middle of nowhere looking for aliens. It's just not true. I think you have to be open-minded, and you can't be very trustful of the government, especially right now when they're throwing a senile Joe Biden as a Democrat. I think it's they really couldn't give us any better options. They couldn't figure out how to give us any better options for president. I don't want to vote for Trump, but I don't want to vote for a 77-year-old man who will die in office. And then, it's crazy. So don't have the trust in your government, and keep alert for people buying your data. I mean, Facebook, that's how Facebook makes their money, selling the data to advertisers. And here's my thing. Someone who thinks I'm a tinfoil hat conspiracy, they can go fuck themselves. One person in particular who voted for this survey here works for the government. So, I mean, I'd like to talk to you. You know who you are. If you're listening, reach out and let me know why you think that the government isn't corrupt. There's corruption throughout. So, I can clearly have a debate with you on that. So, and then a lot of other people, I open their minds about it, which is nice. That's nice to hear. Yeah. So, yeah, let me do another ad here so I don't have to do it at the end. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so that you can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. That's just amazing, guys. Like, I'm having fucking great time doing this, making some money too at it. So it's everything that you need to make your podcast in one simple place. Here's the call to action, guys. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. That's my final ad. I made $30 on this podcast, which is pretty nice. Yeah, man. I can't describe to you guys how much fun I'm having on just doing these and just riffing and ranting. It's like such a good time. Such a good time to be alive. Such a good time in society right now. I mean, there's a lot of uprisings. There's a lot of enlightenment going on. It's a new day. It's a new era. We're going through the fucking internet age. Fucking people who made the Constitution didn't have the goddamn internet to be their ally. So there's a lot of stuff to be grateful for. If anything, just be grateful for the internet. Be grateful for the ability to put so much information into your head at once. This is the best computer up here. So we gotta constantly figure out how to hack it. We gotta figure out how to fine tune it. This is a time where we should be, advancing our lives, not being leisurely. While you're young, figure out how to make your brain work to your abilities, work to your strengths. Figure out its weaknesses. Learn from them. Discuss it with others. Learn from people who are discussing their weaknesses. Learn from people who aren't afraid to, talk about the hard things. That's what you have to do these days. I mean, I didn't want to get so heavy on this podcast, but god damn, like a lot of people out there just don't want to discuss things. And A lot of people don't want to learn what they're doing wrong. They don't want to learn. They just want to be stuck in their ways, and it's evident as fuck to me. Doing this study of money, it's crazy. I mean, I'm here. We're doing the pod, having a good time. So, I got a co-host for the pod. His name. Let me introduce him. His name. Let me see if I can get him. Come here, buddy. Here we go. There he is. What's up? There he is. That's Darwin. Put him back in his cage. That's Darwin. And you know why his name's Darwin? Because he's on his long shit. He's a fucking tortoise. And you know what? Tortoises are always on their long shit. There's a fly in here. I hope Darwin gets him. Yeah. Darwin is the new co-host. He's my buddy. I mean, we've been getting along pretty well. I'll tell you the story on how we crossed paths in a later podcast, but Darwin is on his long shit. We're on our long shit together. So we're here building something, guys. I can't stress that enough. We're the interns, and we're building something. What we're building, it's not too clear to me or you, so just stay tuned. That's the symbolism of tortoises is kind of fascinating to me. I think it's just so cool that the tortoise everyone knows the tortoise and the hare story, and it's just so cool. Like they're always taking their time, eating their food, getting stronger, got the best armor in the world. And that's what we're going to be doing here. We're going to take our time, if you want to tell someone about this podcast, take your time doing it. You know what I mean? It doesn't got to be today, take your time and let's grow this thing slowly but strongly. Let's have a fucking turtle shell for a back. We'll get in the gym, we'll get strong as fuck, and we'll have turtle shells as for backs. We'll just have rippled ass fucking traps and scapulous muscles. So that's what we're doing. We're getting on our long shit, guys, and you got to be aware of it. You got to be aware of what we're doing here. Get on our long shit and fucking grind like tortoises. We can't be hares out here these days. It's a long game. It's not a fast game. So that's Darwin, and the reason I named him Darwin is because of one. I'm a little conspiracy. I like good conspiracy, but also I like the theory of evolution, which is not a conspiracy. I guess some religious folk would tell you it's a conspiracy, but I'm a huge fan of learning about science. I have a science buddy, and we talk about science. We talk about just everything. So he's very knowledgeable on the inner workings of the body and the inner workings of the environment, and I'm learning about that as well. I'm also very interested in the inner workings of society and the past civilizations. So we kind of meet in the middle, and we make it work. So I'm glad you guys got to meet Darwin. He is a beast. I will be making a cage for him. Oh, I finished my coffee table, guys. I don't know if I told you, but I will be posting a picture on Instagram. I already did, so I'll post another one. I want to figure out what I should do with it. I want to figure out if I should give it away to a listener. I want to figure out what you guys think is the best way to give away this coffee table. I posted it on my Instagram, and I can make another one. I had a good time making it, so basically I want to figure out how I can give back to you guys for being grateful listeners of mine. So I can be grateful of, so you guys can be grateful of me talking to you guys. Now, I just want to show my gratitude. So I want to do a sweepstakes soon too. I know I talked about getting an OnlyFans going. That's more of like, I think I'll do that. I'll do that this week. What do you guys think? Do you think I should make one first and then talk about my findings, or I think that's what I'll do. I don't want to spend too much money though. I heard it's like crazy. I wonder if there's dudes out there that spend a fuck ton of money on it. Probably do. So, well, maybe I will make an OnlyFans. Let me know in the comments below what my budget should be. I'm thinking $20. I don't know. I don't know if I should post pictures on OnlyFans. I'm not going to do any nude photos, but maybe I can post photos that people want me to post for them and get money for that. Maybe I can be like a photo broker at that point. I'll make one for you guys, hopefully. And then, follow me on everything. I'm on Spotify and I'm on Apple Music, and I'm also on YouTube. So, and then Anchor FM, obviously. So, follow me there. The more you follow, the more you listen, the more ads I can do, the more money I can make, the more videos I can make, the more funnier videos, the more I can make anything, guys. I can just riff and rant for days on end, or I can just actually sit down and think about what I'm going to be making. I can make podcasts that are edited. I can do anything. But for now, it's riffing and ranting, it's going good. I love it. Do you guys want to see my other sidekick, my conspiratorial sidekick? And let me situate him. There we go. Okay. This is Vladimir. I don't know which leader particularly this is, but he looks Russian as fuck. And I have him sitting right here next to me. And he looks at me in the eyes like this. He's looking at me in the eyes. And he's telling me, dude, talk more conspiracies. The people want to hear it. So, I will. I'm going to be talking about my Charles Manson research when I finish that book up. I'm going to be talking about MK Ultra when I finish that up. And then I talked about Epstein already. So I don't think I need to talk any more about it. But we have a serious deep state problem in the U.S. And it's everywhere. So what are you doing, Darwin? Darwin's wilding. So we got Vladimir here. He's going to be looking me in the eyes. I'm going to be looking him in the eyes. And we're going to get honest with each other. We're going to get crazy on each other and start learning. So once this quarantine's over, guys, it's a new fucking chapter. I mean, I'm glad I got this thing started. I've been wanting to start this thing for such a long time. So don't I look like Prison Mike in this? I look like I just found the Dementors, Yeah. So this is my tuna skin. This is my tuna skin hat here. It's buff. I had no coffee on this, and let me know if I'm talking too fast or too slow. But I had no coffee today. I had a coffee this morning. Never mind, that's a lie. But I'm fresh off a nap, and I'm gonna go over to my buddies, and we're gonna grill some food, and we're gonna get after it for Father's Day. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff planned for the next. I'm gonna try and finish this book by this week. I think I can do it. It's a 2-week book, so sorry for guys slacking on that one, but I'm doing it so you guys can get rich with me, not against me. And I need more ideas. I can probably riff and rant my whole life, and I just need more ideas, guys. So if you can get my Twitter popping, or DM me, that'd be great. My link is gonna be in the bio. Follow me, everything Rich from the Net. I'm Rich from the internet. You guys are the interns, and together we're fucking doing it. We're doing it. All right, guys. I'm out. Thanks.